Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really plunging into the high-octane world of Netflix's biggest action blockbusters. You sent us quite a stack of fascinating sources, actually.
Sure.
Everything from official Netflix stats to, deep dives from entertainment insiders. And our mission, really, is to cut through all that data and just pull out the most important nuggets, the key insights about the 10 most viewed action movies on the platform. We filtered this list pretty carefully. Only films where action is absolutely central, not just a side thing. And the numbers are just staggering. Billions of streaming hours, literally. So get ready. Some might surprise you, others maybe total no-brainers.
It is genuinely remarkable, isn't it, to see the scale of these numbers and how these films, well, they didn't just entertain, they actually sort of reshaped what we even think of as a streaming blockbuster these last few years. This isn't just, a list of movies with big bangs. It's a look at which action films really got the whole world watching. It says a lot about Netflix's reach and their investment in this genre.
Absolutely. So, okay, let's jump right into the countdown then. Buckle up, everyone. What's kicking us off at number 10?
Okay, number 10. This one really hit at a specific moment, Spencer Confidential. It landed March 6th, 2020, and it clocked in 197 million hours watched, which is huge.
Wow, 197 million.
Yeah.
Especially that timing, March 2020. Right. Okay, so Mark Wahlberg is Spencer, disgraced Boston cop, just out of prison.
Yeah.
And bam, he's pulled back into this mess when two former colleagues are murdered. And he teams up with his roommate, Hawk, played by Winston Duke, who's like MMA trained. I remember liking that buddy cop dynamic they had. Felt pretty natural.
Yeah, that dynamic is really key. It blends that sort of old school Boston street justice vibe with, very modern chaos, good jujitsu choreography, some pretty explosive street chases. And yeah, its success was definitely boosted by launching right as lockdowns began. It showed how Netflix could just push a film to this massive captive audience. Peter Berg directed, and he really nailed that mixed humor, a bit of heart, and high impact action.
Okay, moving on. Number 9. Sounds like we're getting an absolute adrenaline shot here from a director who's kind of known for, pushing limits.
We are definitely talking Michael Bay now. Six Underground dropped December 2019. This thing pulled in over 83 million viewers in just the first month. Total watch hours, 205 million.
Six Underground, pure Bayham, right? Explosive, loud, totally over the top, just unapologetically chaotic. So it's this secret team, 6 operatives, presumed dead, led by Ryan Reynolds as this mystery billionaire, and they're out to take down dictators. Remember, the set pieces were insane. Parkour in Florence, those car crashes in Abu Dhabi, that opening car chase alone felt like a whole movie.
It really did. And, critics were definitely divided on this one. But audiences, they showed up in force. Its success on Netflix, you have to figure, comes down to that sleek style, the super fast pace, and, of course, Ryan Reynolds doing his signature sarcastic charm thing. It's Bayhem at its finest, really. Unfiltered action, perfect for streaming. It proved that, for Netflix, sometimes audience engagement just wins out over critical reviews, especially with spectacle and star power.
Okay, number 8. This one's described as one of Netflix's most intense, high-octane thrillers, like really bone-crunching stuff.
It would have to be Extraction.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
It became this global phenomenon basically overnight after releasing in April 2020. Racked up an incredible 231 million hours watched.
Hemsworth as Tyler Rake, this black market merc, hired for a super dangerous rescue. A kidnapped drug lord's son in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Directed by Sam Hargrave. Wasn't he the Avengers stunt coordinator? You can tell the action is just raw, visceral. And that standout moment everyone talks about it, that breathtaking 12-minute one-take sequence. It's just, wow, gunfire, hand-to-hand car chases.
Yeah.
It's a technical marvel.
Yeah, it is. But I think what made Extraction really connect with so many people beyond just the incredible action was the emotional depth. Rake is this broken guy, and his growing bond with the kid he's protecting, it adds real weight, real stakes to all the violence. That emotional core, plus being easily available right when everyone was stuck at home. Yeah, that cemented it as one of their defining hits.
All right, number 7. If you're looking for action but with a twist, maybe mythology, immortality, this one sounds unique.
It definitely is. That's The Old Guard. Came out July 2020 and pulled in 186 million watch hours.
Right, Charlize Theron leading this covert team of immortal mercenaries. They've been protecting humanity for centuries, secretly. And then, boom, their existence gets exposed. I remember thinking the world building was pretty bold. Theron was great, really commanding.
She was fantastic. And what really makes The Old Guard stand out, I think, is that unexpected emotional depth, strong characters alongside, the raw, close quarters combat. Gina Prince Bythewood had directed, and she just masterfully blended slick choreography with the story about purpose, loss, redemption. It feels surprisingly grounded and human, even with the whole immortality thing. Its success, well, it got a sequel greenlit pretty quickly and showed Netflix was willing to bet on these more unique, character-driven action ideas.
Moving to number 6 now. This one's a more recent breakout hit, I think, starring a huge icon, maybe in a role people didn't quite expect.
Exactly. We're talking The Mother, starring Jennifer Lopez, released May 2023 and just exploded. 249 million hours watched, really fast.
J-Lo, as a deadly former assassin, right, in hiding, but her daughter gets kidnapped, so she has to come out of the shadows. Lethal precision, the whole deal. High stakes, globe-trotting stuff, Alaska, urban showdowns. I read Lopez trained like crazy for this. Brutal hand-to-hand sniper sequences gave it a real gritty edge you maybe wouldn't expect.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the appeal, but also that powerful emotional core, again, this fierce maternal bond, but wrapped in vengeance. It felt like maybe Taken meets Atomic Blonde. It was a fresh take for J-Lo, proving she can absolutely carry an action movie like this. Niki Caro directed, fast-paced, surprisingly heartfelt. It became a really significant hit for Netflix, part of their strategy bringing A-listers into these original action roles.
Okay, number 5. We're heading back to a familiar face, I think, and the action sequences supposedly got even better.
Indeed. Number 5 is Extraction 2. The follow-up to that 2020 mega hit came out June 2023, and the sequel didn't just, build on the first one. It genuinely raised the bar in pretty much every way.
Chris Hemsworth, back as Tyler Rake. Miraculously survived DACA, apparently. And this time the mission's even more personal, more dangerous. Infiltrating a prison to rescue a gangster's family. It also felt like it dug deeper into Rake's character, his trauma, guilt. Hemsworth seemed, more mature in the role this time.
Agreed. And Sam Hargrave, the director, he just went all out. There's that incredible 21-minute continuous action sequence, The Owner. It blends a prison riot, car chases, gunfights, a speeding crane. It's just astonishing filmmaking. Now, Netflix didn't release official hours like the first Extraction, but it absolutely dominated the global charts. The buzz was huge, confirmed it as a massive hit. It really cemented Extraction as a major franchise for them, showing the power of investing in these proven properties.
All right, number 4. This film, when it came out, it apparently became Netflix's most watched movie ever. Not just action, but across all genres by total hours. That's huge.
That can only be Red Notice. Released November 2021. And the numbers were just jaw-dropping. 364 million hours watched in its first 28 days. A record that just completely blew past everything before it.
Red Notice. Okay, the star power here is undeniable, isn't it? Dwayne The Rock, Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot, all three together. Johnson's the FBI profiler, has to team up with Reynolds, the wisecracking art thief, to catch Gadot, who's this mysterious master criminal, the Bishop. Leads to this crazy globe-trotting adventure, museums, hidden bunkers, chases. But really, it's that chemistry between the three of them. That's the secret weapon, right?
Absolutely. Critics, some called it formulaic, but audiences worldwide just ate it up. It delivered exactly what it promised. Humor, spectacle, pure star power. Dominated the top 10 in over 90 countries. Its success was so massive they greenlit a sequel almost immediately, with all three coming back. Red Notice really showed Netflix could create that massive direct-to-consumer blockbuster experience. Just pure cinematic event energy straight to your couch.
Okay, coming in hot at number 3. Netflix's latest action comedy phenomenon. And a really anticipated reunion, I hear.
That's right. Back in Action premiered just May 2025. And it made a huge splash right away. 46.8 million views in just its first 3 days. One of the biggest English-language debuts for them this year.
And the big draw was Cameron Diaz, right? Back after nearly a decade away. Starring opposite Jamie Foxx, so she's a former lead agent, left the spy game for family life but gets dragged back in with Foxx as her maybe slightly clueless partner. People were talking about their chemistry, that kind of nostalgic reunion feel, but with a fresh twist.
Totally. Seth Gordon directed. And it really mixes that laugh-out-loud comedy with big-budget thrills. Slick stunts, chase scenes, shootouts, but also a surprisingly heartfelt story about identity, redemption, pure popcorn fun. It proved Netflix can, bring back beloved stars and deliver fresh takes on popular genres designed specifically for streaming.
All right, number 2. This one was billed as Netflix's most expensive, most stylish spy thriller ever. A huge production.
That would be The Gray Man. July 2022 release. This globe-trotting epic pulled in a massive 253 million hours watched, quickly shot up their all-time list.
Directed by the Russo brothers, right? Anthony and Joe Russo, fresh off Avengers, Endgame, so you know the scale is going to be huge. And it pits Ryan Gosling against Chris Evans. Gosling as Sierra Six, this rogue CIA guy, hunted by Evans as Lloyd Hansen, this psychopathic former colleague. Evans looked like he was having fun playing the bad guy. Action all over the world, Prague, Vienna. I remember that crazy sequence where Gosling's fighting a SWAT team handcuffed to a park bench. Just wild.
It was relentless. Critics liked the pace, the stylish look, and fans just loved seeing Gosling's intensity clash with Evans being totally unhinged. Netflix was so confident, apparently, they greenlit a sequel and a spin-off before it even dropped out of the top 10. That really signals their strategy, doesn't it? Building their own cinematic universes, using top talent to create long-term franchises on the platform.
And now, the undisputed champion. Number one,
Uh-huh.
a film we actually already mentioned, but its performance was just so massive, so sustained. It cemented its place not just as the top action film, but Netflix's most viewed original film, period. Any genre.
That's right. It has to be Red Notice again, taking the #1 spot fair and square with that astounding 364 million hours watched in the first 28 days. That record just solidifies it. It's a true streaming milestone.
It's worth hitting again why it dominated so completely. It really starts with that cast, doesn't it? Those three A-list powerhouses. Dwayne Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot, Rock as the FBI guy, Reynolds as the thief, Gadot as the even better thief, the bishop. When she outsmarts the guys, they're forced to team up. It really does feel like, I don't know, Indiana Jones meets Ocean's 11, maybe?
Yeah.
But funnier, more modern.
Exactly. And Rawson Marshall Thurber, the director, just keeps the energy sky high. Massive action set pieces all over the globe. Critics might have been mixed, but audiences, they clearly didn't care one bit. It just crushed the top 10 everywhere. It proved, beyond any doubt, that charm, spectacle, and that undeniable global star power. That's just a winning formula for a streaming blockbuster. Red Notice really delivered that big movie experience right on your couch. It redefined what a direct streaming original could achieve.
And there we have it. The 10 most watched action movies on Netflix, ranked by those incredible numbers, packed with explosions, drama, star power. From, the gritty streets of Dhaka and Extraction to the slick heists of Red Notice, it's clear Netflix is a serious player in the action game now, creating blockbusters that just grab audiences worldwide.
Absolutely. These films didn't just entertain us, did they? They really dominated screens everywhere, broke records, and truly redefined what a streaming blockbuster even looks like today. It shows the sheer power of Netflix's platform to reach such diverse global audiences.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, it makes you think, what does this all mean for the future of action entertainment on streaming? What's the secret sauce, For the next big streaming hit, is it just pure star power? Is it those innovative, crazy stunts, unexpected emotional depth, or is it some perfect, calculated mix of all three? Something for you to maybe reflect on what makes a film a global hit for you. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.